black hole. I don't know, sick for a while, visited parents. I've been playing through the Mass Effect games again randomly. I don't know what I've been doing. Yeah, no, it feels like we're restarting. Now we're right into our first minor tournament, and we're kicking it off with a banger. Joe, we casted the first time these guys matched up. We went all the way to what, Game 5, Round 11. And now, who the hell knows, brother?
Yeah, and I mean, this was one LAG, like that first matchup. This is a match they probably should have won, right? Like that vault hardpoint, they had some big leads. They should have closed it out. Doesn't happen. And it showed that this Rocker team, they're just going to continue to battle. And they've done that. They're 2-2. And as Adess was talking about, LAG 0-4 start, one of the bigger surprises so far.
It absolutely has been. And you know, he said Esther will be his guy to pop off. I guess I usually think of Nero is like their takeover X Factor type of guy, but Astriel was a bit all over the place those first couple weeks, right? He was either like popping off or double negative.
Yeah, it just felt like just life to life. Yeah, he just wasn't as comfortable as we would expect for him to be. But we're checking out Hacienda for the first time, which I am very excited about.
Well, I know for you and I, most of our like memorable moments and probably like one of our favorite competitive years was Black Ops 4. It was a spectacular year, and I know you're excited to have this map back in the mix. What makes it a great map is Skies and Lens pop off to fry everybody.
Well, I mean, it's just, yeah, one of your more traditional style maps where you have your 3 lanes, but yeah, I mean, Spawn just kind of makes sense. It's a good size for competitive Call of Duty, and yeah, we needed something bad.
No, we needed like 1 or 2 more maps. We'll see what happens over the course of the year. But yes, getting this in will be big, and you already see it right into the rotation. Not a ton of time earned for either side through that first hard point, but let's get over to our second as we battle towards back garage. As Estriel looking to stun out and get the angle. Playing towards back statue is Lens. He's going to get shots in from behind. Don't think he's finished his kills. We hop right over to Lens, and you see that 4-map losing streak in hardpoint right now for Rocker. Their last win dates back to the win over Boston, December 7th.
Yeah, Rocker had some early pressure there, right? When you're Lens in that position all the way towards that back statue, as this garage is playing up, you're trying to control the spawns, but there's some new additions to this map. You gotta watch a couple of different angles on that far right side as you're trying to control those spawns. Some players did get through, but Lens was able to lock that down, and now you get a great hardpoint hold here at P2.
Yeah, I didn't see the kill feed for a second. I was like, I don't know what's happening. I think they're picking up kills. So we'll try to cast it as best we can here as we continue through the action. It's a nice hold there from Gorillas. Kismet drops. Priest to hold in the window and trying to play his top map. He's got people to deal with outside in fences. We swap right on over to Lens now.
And he spawns all the way back Boathouse, I think because one of his teammates, Estriel, spawned that ult. So Lens has an opportunity maybe to start to pinch this, and here we go. Gonna try to take top balcony control as you can see number 7 starting to work towards the fences, and now if you're if you're a Rocker, you just have to watch both sides. This is gonna be so tough to deal with.
I remember the first time we cast this, it was like our first match, and you were like,
there's a lot of purple, man.
Yeah, this is too much purple. Joe afterwards, he's like, I'm not even sure if I was calling people right in the mini-map. Like, sorry, we'll get there. It's the start of the year. This is just the restart of the year. You know, whenever it's teams like the common colors, it gets my head in the blender as well. Nero and Lens off to a great start from either side of it, and it's Rocker trying to bring it back in the hard point right now. Down 40, but looking to get the tail end of this trash time. They've got them pinned back. They should have the rotation to next as well. They're going to lose the final 5 seconds, but this is perfect for Rocker right now.
Yeah, I think they needed that time, and they do a very good job holding that pinch, finding some time, getting back into it. This is what number 4, Geo. He's going to spawn out. Again, setting up this pinch is LAG. Is number 6 and 8. Hit it from both sides, but it's Paul and Nero just locking down the corners. Here comes the break attempt.
Yeah, Gio's just got to get there. He's got to get in and try to help. He, I thought, had 2. I thought the time he was going to work out brilliantly, but maybe got there a second late. I think they'd already lost 1 teammate, so the opening push does work out.
Wow, that is a huge kill by Lens right there. Because that's George, he set up the pinch. What we just saw LAG do to Rocker, they had the opportunity to do it, but Lens picks that up. They spawn out a little bit weird garage side. They give that calm up. He wins the one-on-one. If he doesn't get that kill, it's an instant break for Rocker.
And it's a little bit different on pushes like this where you're 4-man swarming. It's like Black Ops 4 where you had stims, right? Like shoulder, stim, slide. It's a little bit different. Yes, you've got the movement to work with, but not necessarily the survivability. You can just be chopped down.
Yeah, there's also a 5th player.
Yeah. That's a good point, Joe. Yeah. That's a good point.
Specialist, it was a little bit different. A grapple over the top.
Yeah. Okay, now that you're saying it, yeah, a lot more than just the stims. Suddenly, yeah, grapple flies over. There's electric bullets flying all over the place. You're getting flamethrowered.
It's a great time.
It really was. It really was. But the lead still holding for Gorillas' mate. Lens hitting some crisp shots as he's right back to work with 19. Sky's looking to get involved at 6 and 9, but sometimes Well, that's his kind of performance on the team. He can get the numbers when he needs them, but more than likely he's going to be playing around the hard point. Nero still leading the way on the other side as we watch Kiz here for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing so far for me is LAG just controlling these rotations over towards this P2. They're doing it again. Rokkr, though, still 20 seconds to work up the map, be able to get him off the hill, and now you're going to have that pressure from Paul and Ezreal. Paul going to jump on the hill. You're going to see number 5 and Priestess spawn out, so the rest of LAG going to try to lock this down.
Yeah, might have numbers here for a moment, but we're going to get set up now for our next hardpoint. Final seconds tick away. Gorillas mate in the lead here by 60. Let's check out the comms.
Geo and one. Geo and
Lobby in the back.
Lobby, one shot.
Lobby, yeah, he's linked up. Probably.
Stay back in the back again.
Pick up pinch.
Deep me.
Go.
I'm holding,
Flood
I'm holding.
for front.
Did
you spawn? Spawn front.
I'm pushing you, Lobby. One is in the right front.
Add your IOE, okay?
Lobby dead.
Back, Geo.
Nice, 3.
Nice.
I have front.
Right on the left.
Have our pinches.
Make him away. I have a trophy.
Is he on the left?
He could be in the corner.
Okay, yeah.
Zig,
I
Zig, Zig,
got the right shots.
One time.
Right, Paul, Charlie Hill, back kill, one shot.
One shot.
Zig, one shot.
Back I'm one shot. I do right, kids. I'm checking out this man.
Yeah, right. Watch you on the right.
On my left.
Back left. One shot, you're on ult. Nice.
I got new cutoff, okay?
That's true. I saw on
I
the
can play
offense. I'll play offense and watch left.
I'm gonna get an initial, somebody hold plat.
I got BP on, I got P2.
You have to go close.
They can go my open though.
Close, go to you, office.
P1 one shot to you. I'm playing offense. They can go near left.
Dude,
Nice.
Hold on,
I got you plat. Office then.
Stay flat.
Be deep left.
Maybe I pinch, right?
Two plat. One shot.
Oh my God.
Watch your back. Are we missing one? I'm standing back.
I'm sitting in front.
In the back, he's weak. There's 2 in the back.
I'm gonna bump your 10. Yo,
No one there. I killed one deep.
Good. I'm gonna get close. You're gonna be top plat.
Heard you. I'm going secret.
Hey, listen, I'm a pinch blind.
Back to it and up 100. LAG firmly in control, asserting their dominance. And, well, I know Priest is struggling right now, but this is what you want to see from this team in Respawn.
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah, I mean, again, I think Search is maybe the biggest thing for them right now, but just in terms of a hard point, just, yeah, fundamentally very sound so far on this Hacienda.
We'll see if they can put him away or if you rally back a bit into this if you're Rokkr. Nero up to 24, would be leading the lobby if it weren't for Linz on the other side of it. New hard point is up. Nero, the one to engage, and Nero! Gets all 3, locks down the point. If there's going to be a swing in this game, maybe it's right there.
Yeah, it could be it. And now you have number 2 and Ezreal going for that pinch. And again, this is that first time we saw it before the break, right? Well, all of us did, but just not in the CDL where that weapon update, right? So these Jackals, there's not a lot of visual recoil on these things right now. Some players, I'm sure, are loving it for these medium to long range fights, and this thing is hitting.
Oh, absolutely. You're going to see some numbers put up. Nero trying to do him dirty again, but only 5 HP after the opening gunfight, so he's quickly traded out by Kiz. So after that big play from Nero, I mean, a nice break then from LAG. You're able to really sustain that lead. You get the rest of this time. You really only lost about 10 seconds overall in that. So what I thought might be a catalyst for a big comeback here from Rokkr doesn't look to be the case.
Yeah, right there from LAG. And yeah, I mean, P4, it's just, yeah, sooner or later, someone's going to make a play and break on through. They were able to do that right there. As Linz just controlling top close, just trying to finesse around. Backs on down as you have Nero inside the hill.
Well, it's just one, like, you can get real close to the point from 3 different angles. And, like, you lose one gunfight, everyone's swinging heads, everyone's turning. Yes, it just becomes chaos. It does. But just, what, 25 or so for the dub. They can close it out here. Lin, crisp, and clean finally traded out, but he was doing the work for the squad. Sky's going to get right back into the hard point, and he's really picked it up. He was, what, like 6 and 9 or something early. He started to fry a bit, get back towards even. But you'd rely on something truly insane now if you're Rokkr to win this. They had some big clutch moments against this LAG team the first time they matched up.
This is setting up for one, though. It is. They control the spawns. They flip the map for this P2. Kismet, though, trying to break it. There's still 15 seconds before we get there, but Nero instantly there for that trade. So you see Geo pop on up. They don't really fight this scrap time. I thought LAG was just going to go for the maybe final 15 to 20, get them up close to that 250. But this is that chance, that clutch that we saw from Rokkr earlier. They've at least won the spawns here at P2.
No. They've got the opportunity. You said it perfectly. It's setting up for it, but that's a nice opening pick. I think one teammate stuns over, then Kiz able to get the kill. Now they've got 3 swinging on this. Pressure going to be building. And here we go. Nice dive out, and Shao able to get 2. The Bulldog shutting down the game with the play there. What a lovely chow, and there's your Omni movement.
Yeah, that's it. And now LAG, just 5 seconds away from winning this one. Sorry, make it 6 as the break does come on through for Rokkr. But even if they give up the rest of this time, should be able to control those spawns for that P3. Still a lot of work for Rokkr to do.
Yeah, no, that one little break should be the difference, I would think. Just Kiz getting in there with the double, but we'll wait and see. If maybe Rokkr have one more opportunity to do it, but they've got to get this time, obviously. And now they've got to win some insane gunfights as they get the whole way across the map. It's a long rotation here as we head outside towards fences. And these will be the gunfights to decide it. This guy's trying to lock it down. He's not able to win that one. You win the opening ones, and suddenly you're in. They just don't go away.
No,
Rokkr just don't go away.
LAG they didn't find them, right? Like, as they crossed across the map, they didn't find any gunfights.
Without the kill feed, I believe it's casting for the mini map.
That's a good point. There might have just also been that. Yeah, one of the options. We don't have the kill feed on one of that, so we apologize. But they're still very much alive in this.
Nero, just biding his time, playing his life. Don't want to try and overchow from this position and get caught. And well, they all 4 get smoked. And you get the final kills there for your LAG, get the final break in and close it out. But yeah, laugh it up, because that could have been a bit cleaner. I mean, you had a 100-point advantage. You had several rotations where you could have shut it down kind of with authority. You let Rokkr stick around a little too long.
Yeah, a little bit too long, but I just
You won it.
Yeah, from start to finish there, I mean, Linz and Kismet really popped off, but to me, the difference is just the P2s. Well, really the first 2, right? They had early control. They don't allow them to break the spawns, and then on the last one, they're able to just break that setup from Rokkr a little bit too easy.
Yeah, no, they really did, but we'll take a look at the overall stats from it. Nero, yeah, I mean, he was kind of consistent throughout from a sliding standpoint. Linz as well. Those 2 can go Super Saiyan mode, and they were doing it throughout the course of it. But it's one of those that, like, didn't really feel like a 22-point game, but it was. Like, what did Ali say? Like, talking about Rokkr's struggles kind of in the hard points, and they've had a lot of close ones, but that was one they probably should have been blown out.
It felt that way, right? I mean, they kept it scrappy on the rest of the hills, but you can just tell this is what LAG were prioritizing, right? Sky's just playing for the spawns back here, does a great job finding this 2-piece, and you just alleviate so much pressure early in that hill that it just gets to this lead right around 100 points.
And thank God you got to that, because you needed every bit of that to sustain throughout the rest of the game. This one, Nero able to pop a triple. Now that I saw it again, he just popped on them. Like he disappeared behind that little half ball and just popped and smoked both.
And with that weapon update, this will kind of be the trend, all right? We'll be seeing how our SMGs are doing. Maybe we'll see 3 subs on some of these maps, like a map like Rewind, with just how minimal that recoil is, the way you can beam with this Jackal. Because so far, I mean, well, it's all about the subs right now on this scoreboard.
And I think for you and I, we prefer when it's like at least 2 subs,
I like
3
when
subs.
There's like a flex is a true flex.
Yes,
like
yes.
you have to have. There's maps where you have to have a 3rd sub.
No, it's just more pace too. It's just more fun to watch, I feel
Yeah.
like. Well, we'll see. It could help some teams that have been struggling, whether you're talking about Gorillas Mate or a team like FaZe, maybe you get some more sub play in. We'll see how that ends up changing. But there aren't, like, other than like Hacienda and that, like, obviously we know like the devs typically, like, they're on a long break over the course, so there's not like too many major updates. So it's not that different, but like something like one new map and like one main weapon change, like even if it's not like that, it could have a big impact.
Yeah, I mean, even for the vetoes, right? You add Hacienda control, and that just changes the veto system up a little bit. We're now playing a protocol, and you're seeing 3 protocols in a row. Both of these teams have only played like 1 map each on these, so like you just don't have a lot early in this minor.
Yeah, no. So there's some exciting stuff, and well, just to have the minor. I mean, listen, I know people have their complaints. It's like single limb, blah, 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 blah. But like this is just like, listen, it has no impact on this major. It's just about the champs points at the end of the season. It's just something fun to mix it up in the middle of a schedule. Like, because I think league match after league match after league match can wear on anyone, whether it's a viewer, whether it's us as casters, whether it's the players. Like having a little something like this where there's some money on the line and just the elimination factor, like lose your time. Everyone wants to play all weekend long. Just adds a little bit of pressure to it, and you see first place can be taking home 20 grand if they're able to do it. And yeah, this is how the bracket will look with the Ravens, Breach, Thieves, and Ultra with the buys in round 1. And who else will be battling through the course of this? We're in our first match. Rokkr, Gorillas Mate. They'll be going on to take on Ultra then.
I can't believe each sector is literally color coordinated.
Yeah, no, I saw. I think it was like that same the night the bracket came out and someone tweeted that, like, first ever color coordinated bracket. I was like, wait, that's sick.
It's wild. But here you can see Rocker and what they've done so well in Search and Destroy. It's been all about their defense. Their retakes right now first in the league. And also that opening win duel percentage is second with that conversion. So when they're getting that first pick, that first blood, they're converting it 82% of the time. That's second in the league. So we'll have to pay attention to that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what's really been good for them in Search. And I know what jumps to me is like Paul X has been great individually in some of their clutches, but well, I kind of broke it down for us. Yeah, defensively, they have been lights out. But as you said, there's not been a ton of protocol. Just over the course of, well, I feel like we've casted a bit, but just in general, like I don't feel like we've seen a ton.
So a lot of vault.
Yeah, I know, a lot of vault. That's actually when we first saw the Best of 5 pop up. I was like, no vault, huh? Have we had that yet this year? I do not know that we have.
Yeah, but maybe the biggest storyline so far for LAG is that 1-5, right? This is a roster when you just talk about, 3 of these guys being world champions and what they were able to do. Like, their Search has always been solid. When you talk about Kismet and Skies.
And it's just different because, well, I mean, you think about Hydra, was one of the better Search players in the game. And Linz, I mean, we're a little critical of him at times last year, right? With Rocker and some of his decision-making in Search and Destroy, leaving people out to dry. Like, that's somewhere where he probably needs to improve. And we'll see if he can do that with his team this year. But as I talk about it, everybody drops, and suddenly it is Skies by his lonesome. But it's got to be very different when, I mean, these guys, at least when they're back playing with Hydra, like, a lot of maps, they're setting him up. Like, it was all about setting him up. And as good as Linz is, he's not Hydra yet. Like, he's not. And I'm not even trying to knock him with that. He's just not. But I'll tell you what, there's a guy that's clutched up in some big situations in Search. It is Skies. Big pedigree. He got into the league through some of his Search and Destroy prowess. But this is a tough one to break into.
Bombs down there. I mean, these angles are tough. You don't have any nades to work with. 30 seconds, you're going to have to chow. Yeah. And there we go. Yeah, they're just on top of the computer. That's going to be an easy one for Rocker, but it's what you see on Protocol, right? That 8-bomb site, it's a mixy one. They go for it early. And well, it goes Rocker's way.
We saw a couple, there were like 2 1v2s here we saw like right before the break, but they were both like the same scenario. Like 2 people just had dumb chows, or like too wide of a shoulder. Yeah, unless like somebody you have to throw big time. I mean, anytime it's like a 1v3, 1v4, like that's gotta be the case, but especially in that position, someone's gotta throw. Like,
yeah. It's yeah, tough to do, but yeah, Estriel lines him up right there. The nade's on point, the stun's on point. That was the thing. I think what messes me up is last year Estriel was on LAG.
Oh no,
was on Rocker.
Yes,
as much as it's the colors, it's also saying the players' names.
Yes. Yeah. There are levels. There are levels to this that put my brain in the blender. You're not wrong, Joe. But together we'll hold hands and get through it. And there are some nice shots at range. As Estriel gets the kill, away with 9 HP, and we go into a 2v2. As the Jackal be hitting, and he's out to a 3-0 start. And I say Estriel, but that's definitely. Oh, it was just the wrong picture. It was
the wrong camera.
Nero for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I was.
That's Nero. That's him.
Yeah. Now, the guy we're talking about already being in the Blender production team. You don't have to put us further in the Blender. Thank you.
They're figuring out too. You got the cobwebs, dusting them off. 1v1 though for Priesta. He's able to get that trade. Estriel has to plant the bomb. 40 seconds left, and while he was hunting him, and Priesta's got both weapons in hand, and there we go. Talk about one of the best flexes in the league for a very long time. It's that man can do it with a sub, can do it with an AR. Give him both, and he can win you rounds.
He's just a guy we've been just waiting to. I think he's just someone that a lot of people want to root for because he's just a nice guy. He's a good dude. And when he's playing at his best, he's disgusting. He's just been all over the place for a while. And, what happened getting dropped off a championship team. Like, he's an underdog guy you want to root for. I want to pull for. I want him to do well. Like, I just do. So please do well. Mm-hmm. As he clutches up in the 1v1.
There you go.
As Puckett, nuked him to start the series.
I mean, it's been a rough couple.
No,
it's been a rough patch. It has. Wasn't an easy year last year. Especially after winning a world championship.
Yeah, no, certainly. Nice little route here from Kiz. Well, I thought he was going to stun himself then. It gets a little ugly, and he's surely dead.
Alive.
Nope, he's just moving and grooving to 9 HP and somehow gets away.
And Skies is there to help him, so he had that cross. Whoever that was couldn't overchow and maybe find that kill on the Kismet, so we're into a 3-on-3.
Kiz has got eyes on one. Priesta. He's on 3 straight now. They're starting to work this over to B. Think about this bomb plant. The guy lurking close will be Paul X, trying to fight to get an angle. Bomb now getting planted. And we'll see if Rocker can clutch up in this 2 versus 3. Paul, giving him a chance. He brings us to a 2 versus 2 now with the clean headshots.
Yeah, Kismet with that sub back there. It's going to be a tough gunfight. And now Skies, we see this position, right? It's all about finessing. Priest hits him down to 48 HP. Some great shots. Barely saw him. 30 seconds left, though. Where's Gio? That's what you're waiting on. For him to get involved in this fight. There he goes. Flying on through. They find the first. Now all down to Skies.
And Skies gets ripped off the boxer. Said, where is Gio? Gio arrives. Good patience there from Paul. Well, good just... I mean, Paul did a lot there. He got the opening pick to put to a 2v2, and just the fact that he got ripped to what do you say, 48 HP or whatever it was right away, and just his ability to stay alive, even though they tried to challenge him and take him out and isolate him, he bought enough time for Gio to come in. They clutch up. Yeah,
that's the thing with Omni movement. As much as it is like the movement and the flow, the shoulders that you can throw are just mean. They are mean.
Incredible job there. And you'd love to get that round when you're in a 3v2 post-plant. Well, I guess you weren't really 3v2 post-plant. The kill came out, right? But it got planted, but still one you'd love to ice up. But Paul X, he's only got 1 kill, but a big moment there. Now to get him to 2-1. Gio can't pick Sky's pocket out of the window, but he's out to a 5-1 start.
This is aggressive from LAG. Rocker really haven't committed towards A yet. They're all kind of here in the base still. Still finding kills. Oh, they did the first 2.
Yeah. They just pick them apart. They're not ready for... Well, I mean, they saw the aggressive push, like, out towards mid, but they did not pick it up when suddenly it's in their base. Estriel at least able to get 1, so now you're in a, well, similar situation in a way. You got to fight back in a 2 versus 3. Will Nero check left? Well, checks left, but Kiz is holding and puts them in a tough spot. Estriel now alone on the island.
Yeah, a bit of an off angle there from Kismet. Just nice job, just not over committee, and there we go, able to find another one. So Kismet has been so aggressive through the middle of the map on offense, on defense. We saw it right there. Just so quick, and that is when he's playing at his best, right? When he's just confident in himself, taking routes and winning the openers. When the guys have literally just been sprinting through the middle of the map.
Well, he's just gotta, I mean, I don't think he has to be 99 kills all the time. But there is certainly more pressure on him when you lose Hydra, just to be
especially in Search, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think in like everything, but yeah, especially in Search, yes. But making an impact there. And that gets us now to 2-2. Kiz will bring 3 straight into this round.
We're going for it.
Oh, out of there.
We're going back up. We're going back down? Nah, maybe not yet. Some more nades do come in, but Sky's able to find that first blood. And right after that, the reaction is just like, all right, we're going B. Gio is all the way back there, but you're not going to defend the bomb from there.
The plan will be in now. You got numbers, and like this is the round you got to win this one. Post plant. They'll tackle another one as Lenz gets the kill. Gio, best of luck picking him out of the chopper. Estriel's grouped up with him, but they have so much to do and not a lot of time to do it in now. Gio's trying to get this spot and get the kill. Lenz giving him nothing. Crossfire's in from everywhere, and they cut them all down. First pick, insta plant. Nice execution there from Gorillas.
Yeah, and the last retake, right, the difference is that, like, you don't have anyone in the middle of the map or sort of in your base locking down the middle of the map like Lenz was. So this bomb site should just be tough to retake at times if you don't have mid-map control. Just then you can't isolate the player on the helicopter in Skies, where last time Skies was worried about so many different angles. Priesthood was on the bomb. There just wasn't a lot of room to work with. When you have the room that you do, that they just did after that first blood, I mean, good luck retaking it.
They had the whole map, yeah. They made that one look easy, and they'll go back in front 3-2. Kiz hit to 50 on the cross. Estriel's going to get 1 as well. Kiz worried about the pressure. Real
gotta be weak, right?
He takes some damage as well. I thought maybe he somehow sneaks away with 2. It'll just be 1. Priest is now by himself, hoping somebody's still weak and maybe he can get a kill with the car. That's not going to be the case. I was like, oh, he's really laughed as he came out of it. Like, all right, guys, I got this.
Yeah, good luck. I mean, I thought for sure. I mean, Kismet, you saw he was hit down to like 50 HP. But 2 of his teammates get taken down low. You're hoping someone finds 1 or some damage with an Aegis. Priest trying to hit the angle. Maybe Kismet could have like lined him up, but it just doesn't happen.
Well, I hope
props to
between
Rocker
his
staying
nade
alive.
and maybe this teammates, like maybe he gets 2, right? You're assuming they're hammered a bit. This is similar to the situation we saw a few rounds ago. Best of luck. They end up pushing him out and challenging it into the round. But that one was over quickly. Poor Priesta left in the 1v3 as he was out for a drive.
Yeah. And he's the only one left, so nobody can really follow up the car. He's just got to jump out of it and, yeah.
Yeah, you love the car just getting info or like being your entry or something. Yeah.
Any damage, anything.
Well, when they popped to it, I was like, I just didn't realize where it was right away. I was like, maybe he can get there and finish somebody off, like get 1 kill, but
He had to go down an elevator.
Yeah, no, it's not the ideal scenario for that to trade effectively. Geo up to 7. As the utility is out early on, we'll see if Nero can make the play. Linz is just on his belly lurking and waiting. Kismet will end up getting the first blood. Nero answers back. Priesty gets another, and the timing a little frustrating there for Linz. Now to a 2 versus 2, and well, you're glad you had numbers there.
And that's just all off the info, right? As soon as Lindsay gets taken down, they have an idea. Maybe there's only 1 player inside of A. Let's get this trade, plant the bomb right away, and that's exactly what they do. So nice reactions there from LAG. Now all down to Paul.
This one a little more winnable than the other breaks we've seen. They're both 1v3. You got a 1v2, and Skies, well, you hopped a little too long. And Paul X picks your pocket. Priest has already won 1 one-on-one in this. Can he do it again? Paul X is getting aggressive now, trying to send it in. Catch him on the cross! The slide is in. He's shooting bodies. And there's another clutch for Paul X. And that is, I'm pretty sure, wasn't one of the 1v2s before the break here that was frustrating? Wasn't it LAG? I swear to God it was. It was more like 2 wide shoulders. It was like, was it the one against Hook?
No, it wasn't LAG because they haven't played this map, so.
Oh, okay. That was I just made up a scenario in my head. Okay.
Might have been Rocker. Might have been.
Maybe. No, it's just back to the brain blender.
Yeah, we're back to it.
Might have been.
But Paul, he's got both guns, so he starts the pre-fire, then pulls out the Jackal, and Priest is just trying to catch him with the slide. But Paul ready for it, and well, that hip fire connects.
And Skies, is trying to jump spot, but remember, we're playing Call of Duty. You die very, very quick.
Yeah.
Just some absolute beams there. Out of Paul X, another clutch to his resume this year. That'll be the round we'll probably think about if this ends up going their way, but they do answer back, and they answer back with a vengeance. 2 for Kiz, 2 for Lenz, and that'll be a quick one now for Girls Mate.
And that's how it can go. If you're going to hit A again on offense at times, just sometimes it's going to go your way. You're not going to die in the nades. Other times you're going to just all die in 4 seconds.
Yeah, just get smoked. But probably needed that one to brush off the frustrations.
And it's like Paul's stats, they aren't insane exactly for Search, but he really has just been. He's clutched some rounds to keep them alive in maps, and
yeah, whether it's been kills when they're in like a 2v3, or just he's had several 1v2s, a 1v3 I could think of on Rewind. Like he's just had some big plays. But yeah, they're not that insane, but sometimes just those icy moments to give your team a chance, especially with a team like Rocker, who just lives on second chances. Yeah. Opener from Kiz.
I don't know how many first bloods that is for him, but again, he just takes another route. I mean, he is just always finding someone on Rocker. He's just in their base.
He took the fall damage to 57, just shouted health, and gets dropped. Geo. 1v2 versus Priest and Skies. Yes, he took the drop. I'm like, how much damage did he take? And I realized how weak he was. I'm like, oh, he'll get his health back. Then he just slides in.
He's going.
Can they clutch up in a 1v2 again? It's Priest and Skies again. This time they're able to close it out.
All right, so that was his 3rd first blood, but I swear he's just always finding a route is Kiz, and a big one there to put them up 5-4.
No, but I mean, you're right in the sense, we talked about how important that's going to be for Search. Just, well, what do you think when you think about what Hydra did for the team? Even when we cast him on Thieves now, he gets in, he finds his first bloods, he will play.
Well, he always has unique routes, does Hydra,
yeah,
right? Just feels like he always has such good reads on the map.
But it's definitely more pressure to Kiz to kind of find those openers and
100%
dictate the pace early in Search and Destroy rounds. They're a round away. Now, can you close out Rocker? They struggle to do it the hard point. They're up 100, let Rocker creep back into it.
Dude, they're going right back to it.
These guys love to get to an old-fashioned round 11. We might get there again. Kiz, though, in trouble, but stays alive, and Linz is there with the help. 6 HP for Kiz. But what a great little duo there for the push.
It just spawned in down there?
Yep.
Literally spawned in down there.
Did some damage. Oh, no, get out of there. You have numbers again. If you're LAG, 3 versus 2 up against Estriel and Geo. 50 seconds on the clock. Estriel and Geo got a clutch here to get us to around 11. They're going to have the bomb planted. Can they hold this off 2v3? We haven't really seen this scenario yet. Oh, Lordy, I thought he was just about to get zapped.
And LAG really taking their time.
Peeks it and wins it, my God. Geo to a 2 versus 2. Estriel in trouble. 9 HP, he's gonna need help on the cross. Slides out, never got back to full HP, he gets dropped. Geo can't finish off one, can't get shots into the other. He is tagged up, has got to back away for now. 17 seconds to go, they push it out, they clean it up in LAG. They take the search and destroy. They don't let any round 11 heroics come the way of Rocker. You need to close that out.
And I mean, big last couple of rounds from Skies there. He finishes that on 5 in a row to finish 9 and 6 to get that to defuse. But yeah, 4-4 after that clutch, and then they're able to find those first bloods, use their numbers, and close it out.
Yeah, I mean, if we thought, you know, whatever upsets you might happen in the round 1, like we thought this would be one, like why not? I mean, they went to a game 5 the first time they played. We think this LAG team is better than 0-4. Rocker have survived on some insane moments. So yeah, it had upset potential written all over it, but you still got to put them away. Just up 2-0.
Yeah, 7 first bloods there for LAG. 3 from Linz, 3 from Kiz. That really propels them into it. And then Rocker, I mean, they just kept going time and time again, where you saw a little bit more creativity from the LAG side. And that's what we expect from that, right? Like that NYSL team, they were known for their creativity.
Wall bangs, nade spots.
Like they always had something different than everyone else.
Like, come up with a GA, because we're trying to break something on the map.
What was it last year? The gloves last year?
Yeah.
Spawn nades. Yeah, those guys are always switching it up.
They're trying to keep it creative, keep you second guessing, and keep adapting the search and destroy game. Listen, search has not been great for them, but you get the W there. We were wondering what kind of improvements we'd see out of teams. I didn't know how much stuff was really going to change. Like I know we have a map come in. I know there was a gun change, but there wasn't like that much scrimming over the break, right? Like not usually a ton.
It just really depends on kind of your team. Like this is normally a time where if it's a rough start, like you just gotta get to the lab. The talk. Like yes, we need to play more Call.
Well, it's hard to get pro teams sometimes, right? With people traveling on holidays, you gotta maybe challenge some challengers teams and stuff.
Play whoever you can at that point.
Just try to get reps in. All right, well, I'll do it for our first 2 maps to break down the action. Here with a quick break, we'll talk to the desk.
Thank you, Maven and Merc. And I want to jump right into the search and destroy discussion because we said this may be a key game mode. Look out for Paul X. He was a troublemaker for them last time around. Paul had some big clutches in that search, but it's LAG with the 2-0 start.
Yeah, unfortunately, the 1v2 is not enough from Paul. It did stop the bleeding just for a moment there. This was an S&D where they were kind of just trading defenses until LAG finally took the first offense in round number 5. Minnesota Rocker then turned around and answered one with their own, and it looks like LAG is about to run away with it. Paul clutches a huge 1v2 with bomb down. Unfortunately, though, it wasn't enough as the defenses keep stacking and LAG held strong.
Yeah, this is the search and destroy I expected from the Gentlemates, right? And we talked about it, you know, on the pre-show with these guys, Kismet and Linz, like how were they going to work together? And I think the best display of it was round number 10, last round that we saw. They bang out their side, Kismet's one shot, Linz finds the kill before he's able to finish off Kismet, and then they just work together at the end. It's Kismet making the first push to get Linz into positioning to find the final 2 kills. So massive plays on the side of Gentlemates, now sitting at 2-0 in this match. Hey man, prediction was pretty good.
I like looking at that kill feed as well. I asked you, how long would it take Kismet and Linz to gel? You saw 2 from Linz, 2 from Kismet, and back-to-back clips. It was showcased in the gameplay today.
And this is back-to-back maps now that Linz has been unreal. Now, map number 1, he went 36 and 23, and then turns around in the map number 2. He's got 3 first bloods for the LAG mates. So looking like Linz is scary in this series.
And Linz, of course, was featured on a new map here in Black Ops 6 as Hacienda makes his entry into the competitive format. Nameless, it's time to draw some conclusions for me. If you can, what lesson do you have for me today, sir?
Yeah, let's talk about some Hacienda hardpoint. Let's get into drawing conclusions and let's talk about the Gorillas mates and what they were able to do. So Let's get to it. Yeah, it's going to be a rotation over towards Rock Hill. We're going to jump to the mini-map. We're going to show you guys where Minnesota went wrong and what LAG did right. So let's pull it on up and let's get into it, and I can start drawing.
Yeah, we hit all the
I
buttons
miss
for you.
this, to be honest.
All right, so are we going to see huge swings in this game?
Here we go. All right, yeah, let's get into it. We're ready to talk about some other stuff.
There we
Here
go.
Yeah, so on rotation here, what you're going to see is I would have liked to see Minnesota play a little bit more aggressive here on this rotation. And this is kind of how you'll get punished if you don't play aggressive, you don't try to pin them back, right? So on rotation, we're going to wait until Lin spawns. So Lin spawns right here. And what he's going to do is he's immediately going to vacate the spawn, re-wrap, and what they're trying to do is kill number 4 on the point, right? Spawn him here, and then you can give yourself an advantage on rotation to where you can come through and pinch this side, and control the mid hallway, right? So let's clear the screen a little bit. Let's see how this plays out, and we'll get back into the mini map here in a moment. But as you're going to see right now, they clear off the player on the point, which is Geo. If you look at the mini map, Lens, this is who we're watching right now. He leaves immediately, and they know that he's going to be spawning back there, right? So 5 and 6, what you're looking at, Priesta and Sky, as they're wrapped back, they're taking their time to set up this pinch. And once you find that first pick, what you're able to do is you can converge onto the hill here. So when they clean these guys up, though, what you're going to see is you have to push out aside and clean up the other guys before you have firm control. So after they clean it up, they're going to redirect their attention here to find the last player that's going to be going to be trying to push and re-break. So we'll get back into the gameplay. We'll talk about how this plays out, but this is kind of exactly how you want to break this hill. You pinch it, you focus the guy on rotation, and then you know, given the side that 5's coming from, which is Priesta, that there's a player coming from Lambo. So if you look back at your mini-map, number 8, that's Lins, re-pushes it out, finds that kill, and now you have ultimate control of the hill where you can just farm and find a ton of time. So nicely done by Gentlemates, a complete breakdown by Minnesota.
And what's so funny about that is you would traditionally look at the beginning of that clip and be like, oh, wow, Minnesota Rockers in a great spot right now for this new hill, but they had nobody pushed out on either side. So the fact that the communication and the timing were so on par for the side of Gentlemates, it's kind of what we expected from a championship caliber roster.
Minnesota just need to play more aggressive on rotation. You got to try to find a couple more kills. Otherwise, you're going to get pinched.
18 and 6 is Mr. Squints when it comes to predictions. He's one map away from making it 19 correct picks. Merc and Maven, do Gentlemates get it done right now?
Mr. Squints.
I like that.
I call Chris Mr. Squirts.
Why?
I have no idea. I think this one might end 3-0, though.
Yeah.
Get a little revenge here. If you are a Gorillas mate, get a win on the board. I don't know why I think it's going to end, because it's weird because we've casted so much Rocker, and they push series, they push series. I just think, I don't know. Gorillas, I feel like they just need a win. They deserve a win. Not deserve, that's the wrong word, but like,
Well,
they've been better than 0-4.
Again, 0-4 is just a bit of a wake-up call maybe for this roster. Yeah, they were very, very much in this series. It's just some of these small things. But if you talk about control overall, they have been the better team. But when you look at Protocol, I think you're 0-1 on the year if you're Rocker. You haven't played this yet if you're LAG. Again, this is going to be different with Hacienda coming in. So you're going to see maybe some different control maps other than Vault.
Yeah, what do you think? Like, does Hacienda coming in, you feel pretty good about where we're at? We do like one more map?
It's not the best.
No, one more? Okay.
Maybe 2.
What do we talk about? Maybe 2? Yeah.
I think we did 2.
We've had some rough years of map stuff.
It's still going.
it still is going.
Yeah.
Nero started off strong.
I'll take Frequency and Arsenal.
Oh, God, dude. Frequency would be so good, I feel like. 4v4, like.
I'll take Gridlock, too.
Well, it's hard to compare to the BO4, because I think if I had to pick one game to take all the maps from, it might be BO4. Maybe BO2, but it might be BO4, bro.
That's a great one.
Yeah, no, it really is. I saw like they were breaking for someone's doing like a vote of like your best combination and stuff. It was mostly like BO2, BO3, BO4, like most maps, if not all, but just as one like cohesive year, it might be BO4. I don't know. Anyway, back to BO6. As we've been doing this a long time.
A long time. It's 2025 and BO2 was 12 years ago. Wow.
I think that's I cast my first major for COD. It was like a UMG and BO2. So yeah, I've been doing this since a minute, and you've been playing for a little bit. What was the first year you competed?
2010.
Woo! Getting up there. Hopefully they don't fire us for like a younger and cuter model. I don't know. That's why I'm working out and stuff, bro. You keep me around. Trying to dial back the clock so I don't get a cuter model. You try and find a better 6'3" ball.
We'll just beat Tris Collinsworth and Al Michael still wear 85.
Yeah, that's good. I'm just drooling on camera. 6 straight for Geo is He has those takeover moments in control. He could be an absolute beast, but he's back to the point to kind of clear the progress off it from that third tick. They're fighting to maybe get that minute extension in. They're able to get on it for a second. It'll be Estriel with the one-on-one. He's able to take him down before teammate will trade him out. Another opportunity to get to the point is Priestahh getting across. Pollux trying to stop that from happening, but they got there, and they've got their minute extension. Lives-wise, you're 10-10, so this is very winnable. I mean, it's a pretty good defense out of Rock early on, but you got a chance to do this. Those two kills.
Two kills. There's a third. They got the trade. They cleaned it up. And wow, I mean, Nero able to get a second as well, so he's really cleaned up. It was 10-10. Just a couple moments ago, but I think the big thing for LAG, you do get those 3 takes on A. This is your more standard round.
Did you say couple?
I don't know what I said.
Yeah.
Couple?
Maybe. Yeah, Joe just looked at me after that the first 2 maps during the break and goes, "These teams, bro."
They just mess with my head.
No, it's hey, dude.
The purple, the players.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it does.
I'm on a different planet.
We've been on a different universe for a little bit, but Priestahh with 1. He won't be respawning back in. They got clutches up at a 3v5, and Estriel's making the play late. He's able to get 2. A little icy here late in the round. 20 seconds to go. It's on Skies and Kids to clutch. Now it'll just be Skies and a 1v5 lives. There's 1, and it'll end there. Rocker on the board.
Yeah, I think LAG, again, you get the 3 ticks, but yeah, I mean, it was 10-10. It's one of those rounds where it could have been maybe a little bit better, put some pressure on, win that offense, but Rocker do a great job, and huge play by Nero in the middle of the map.
No, it's interesting. We were just kind of like chatting at the beginning of that one. Like, I was mostly paying attention to the objective. Like, I wasn't even sure if they were going to get the extension. I was like, honestly, for whatever, I was like surprised it was 10-10. Like, I didn't feel like it was 10-10, but I saw, I was like, oh. And then someone had that tough fight in the window. Who was that? Paul versus Lens. That's what you know. Don't call the kill out too early. Wait for it to happen, because sometimes people get buried.
They change quickly.
I don't know. I do like that wasn't a good example, but like Skies' kill was like I don't know. Some games a little harder to just win fights at range. And you just see pros even miss. Like last year, I feel like no one missed a bullet. Like this year, you see it a bit.
A little bit less now, but.
Yeah, true. We'll see if LAG bring it back. Nero, the angle on 1, but just getting away. Ring around the rosy we go. Nero, I'm not sure if we went left or right. He guessed wrong.
Left, right, out the window, down low, you have no idea, but his teammate's still on it, so at least you have that clock pause for now as Kismet is able to find 1 with Priestahh. They're just trading it out. Regaining map control, and now you're gonna have number 5 Priestahh maybe pushed up a bit in the base of Rocker going for some spawn kills.
Yeah, you might be in a little bit of trouble right now. If you are Rocker, you absolutely are. Estriel's last up, and they are getting fried. Lens is able to get 2 of them. I think he had like 4 straight for Skies, 3 straight for Priestahh. Nice little bounce back here, I thought, to get out, but then Kiz is able to get 2, which delays and staggers that push out even more. So that sequence was a difference of what, like 30 seconds or so. Like it's taken off the clock before you can even take a push now at the point.
Yeah, it's also just where those gunfights are happening, right? As soon as Kiz is able to find 2, yeah, just everything stalls. You have to try to get on this 8 point. There's only 30 seconds left. Lens does a great job right here, just finding the player on the point, playing his life, able to find 1 more. But on the opposite side of the map, it's been Paul. Him and Gio starting to go off now, but they have to get this 8 point done.
Honestly, if they're able to get this, it's going to be pretty similar maybe to what we saw in the last round. If they're able to get a couple kills, they'll have a little over a minute to work with and about even in lives. We'll see if that'll end up being the case. If you finish that, it would have been just about. But you still have an opportunity. A little over a minute to work with to try and capture this B point. No progress has been there yet. You'd love to try and bring this back into lives department, but you're going to turtle up a bit now if you were LAG. Just get around this point. The one player that was kind of playing out was Kismet. He gets dropped. Priestahh drops. Hold on. Here comes a Rocker ripping and roaring for the moment.
Yeah, maybe get a take, maybe 2. It's going to be so tough to tap this point. Nades can hit. They at least have bottom middle control. That's going to force LAG to have to push from that side of the map, but they do. They're able to win those gunfights behind Priestahh and Skies.
Thought you were going to get 2 there if you were Gio. I'm not sure it really would have mattered, though. You wouldn't have had any bodies left. 50 seconds now to go, and we're kind of playing Search and Destroy again.
Is that take done?
We need Ant. Maybe Ant can give us visual clarity.
Okay, so they get the take. So there you go. If they don't win this round, at least they're winning the objective battle.
True. Can't quite track there if you're narrow. Lives margin widening. Estrio, though, gets one. So does Gio. Chipping away at him.
But this is what makes this B point so tough. You see 5 and 8 Priest and Lins. They're just bottom middle, right? They just know they can get angles on the point, no problem. Sooner or later, Rocktor is going to have to get onto B. But it's going to be a 2 versus 3 here for Estriel and Gio. And Estriel snaps on his size, hits the movement 2 on 2.
On it with 4.5 to go. No pressure here. It's not moving very quick. Priest is trying to get the angle, a little shoulder. Astro doing the same thing on the other side. And suddenly it's on Priest by himself. Another clutch moment here from Rocker. They brought it back from the depths. No way are you letting this one slip away if you are LAG. Priest out in the open, one holding close. They get the kill and you bring that back. It was what, like a 3v7? I don't know what it was at its worst. 3v8,
Yeah.
3v7?
I saw 3v5 at some point, so it's probably a little bit worse. But yeah, able to bring that back. And they just were just rotating around the map inside their base, just finding a couple of players, and you had the 2 players bottom middle, but they were just kind of out of the play. And then once it gets to that 2-on-2, Priest is down low, and Lins has all these angles to pick from, and he just goes top middle, right? In top middle, like Gio is just like,
Okay.
that's free.
I mean, the Skies fight, but like he probably had an AR.
Yeah, he has an AR.
Yeah, so like that one's a little awkward for him. I mean, it's a big win, obviously, for Rocker, but Astral carry 4 straight over into this round. Now they're now up 2-0.
This is what Rocker does, man. Stay alive in series.
Well, this series might get a whole hell of a lot more interesting as we get deeper into this one. They start this round off with authority. They're already looking for spawn kills here early towards the LAG base. You're spawning up and you are in a gunfight. Estriel in behind enemy lines. Movement there. Gunny too. Nearly all of them, but enough damage in. The Nero cleans up the scraps, and you are just spawning into war.
Yeah, chiseled by them a little bit of time. Couple players coming off spawn. Estriel's just right back to it. He's up to 21 and 12, 21 and 13 for Gio. They're both leading the way. So yeah, already a 5 life advantage, already half the round on that clock. It disappeared. He is snapping right now, is Estriel.
Oh, he is looking real strong in this map 3. Nero is duo right on the other side of it. Well, hops over, somehow stays alive, and see if he can buy any kind of time here. Gets the centering on point to get some damage in to help Gio trade out that kill. Gio with an insane chow onto the back box. Pull the pistol out. Why not? I don't know where his bullets are going. To a different dimension, I guess. It looked pretty good. It tries to push out. Priest stays alive, and he finally gets dropped.
I think he's thinking they're looking at too. That's why he kept going for it.
He thought he had him 1 for about an hour. It looked all right to me, I thought.
But we don't know. We don't have hit markers. So
Yeah, no, I know. That's true. That's what makes it confusing sometimes. I was like, his track, looks all right.
It's pretty good, though.
That pistol, I swear, could be a little
They bring it back. What, 17-14? They're on A. Just can they get this minute extension?
Well, considering they were in a body bag for the first minute, yeah. It's pretty damn good. Lins goes on a little bit of a streak. Finishes that kill, out to 5. The rest of his team drops, though, and he's left out to dry. You now got sub 10 seconds to go. You still need another tick here if you're going to get this done. Priesta just try to dive and get a body onto a point just to stop the clock at 3.4. He hasn't survived long, though. That'll be the cleanup. Nobody close to a point, and Rocker will get it done and extend this series. Exactly what you wanted to see out of him. I thought Gorillas Bay were going to get it done, Joe. I really did. Thought they were going to close out this series. They learned their lesson last time. They were going to put them away, but weren't able to do it and got outclassed. And, well, really, at round 2.
I mean, it's just round 2. Yeah, I mean, defense on protocol, we know how difficult it can be to win an attack, and it normally takes heroics like what we saw in round 2 from those Rocker players in that clutch, and just some simple mistakes from Gorillas. And, again, that's kind of what we have seen at times from these guys. Just some of their fundamentals have been off. Not only in search, but also in the respawns where it sticks out like a sore thumb. You're just like, what are the comms here? Like, how are you allowing this to get this messy?
Yeah, it's just a team that I guess we think would have pretty good fundamentals. But, like, I mean, there's just been some other squads that have struggled that we maybe didn't expect to when it comes to just, like, being behind, not playing the game right. Maybe they're just a bit behind, still have some things to figure out. Because you would think just with that core trio, they'd be in a pretty good spot. But, yeah, it's been years, obviously, you know. since they won that world championship with Priesta, but I don't think it's one of those things where you're, I don't know, necessarily panicking about like a change or anything yet, even though you start 0-4, but I guess it's not that far from it. Like you go a couple more weeks without a win. And that's what's tough about coming in as minor. You just lose one and you're gone. And it's just like, oh, well.
Yeah, I mean, at least you have some more qualifier matches coming up before we get to the major to continue to practice. But yeah, it's just, I mean, we're talking about this versus like Minnesota Rocker. Like, if you allow those mistakes versus one of our top teams right now, no chance in hell you're winning.
No, because they played pretty much everybody tough, but not as well on the top side. Because what they went to the game 5 with like with the 2 teams they like battled that were like middle of the pack teams and what, like it was like 3-1, 3-0 against like the top squad. So I don't know. I the team that we feel like has the pieces to get there, we'll see if they're able to do it, and just maybe haven't really locked it in with Linz yet and how he likes to play the game and some of the decisions he'll make. Because I know like last year it was mostly like search and destroy where he would frustrate you sometimes. Like I just remember multiple times like you just call out some plays on oh my God, Invasion. It was like Invasion where he'd do some stuff, leave somebody out to dry, and you're like, she's a young player, needs to figure that out, but maybe just more of that.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit of that, right? Like you see him on an island at times, and his teammates are on the objective, like we just saw in that round where they're on A, and he's just trying to find a kill, and then everything happens away from him, right? And he's just somehow got to get active.
Yeah, no, and like when he makes the play and gets
I mean, you saw map 1 though, he destroys.
Yes, it's like when he does that, it's amazing. But when he's not able to activate and everybody else drops, it's just like,
well, that was worthless.
Yeah, no, exactly. Maybe it's just finding the right times for that, kind of figuring out more the pacing and timing for this squad. But they still have an advantage in the series. As much as we're talking about their struggles, they're still up 2-1. A chance to close this out as we'll stay on Protocol and then potentially in map 5, Hacienda Search and Destroy. Search has been their struggle, but they were already able to win in map 2. I don't know if I feel great about them in map 5, just considering they came out kind of slow in Search and Destroy. You think with a new map into the rotation, maybe you give the advantage to Rocker, but Rocker has still got to get it there. I don't know. After the map 1, do you have any thoughts really about how Protocol might go?
No, again, just both of these teams really haven't played a lot of Protocol. It's like one a piece, or I don't even think. I think Rocker would play this. They're 0-1, where General Mates are 0-0. So we haven't seen a lot of reps in official matches on this map for really in any mode for these teams. Then you're going to start to see it a little bit more and more, just with different maps in modes coming into the map pool with that veto system. But yeah, still very early in the year.
If you are LAG, at least in that first map, you were able to go up like 100. I think it'd be in a 22-point game as Rocker has kept chipping away. This time, if you can enjoy that 100-point lead, hopefully it's put them away if you're Rocker, just trying to avoid like that slow start. Come out a bit hotter. Estriel definitely started to warm up in this series. He had a great map 3, and you're going to rely on him in some big moments, especially in Hardpoint. We'll see if he can step it up, but we get to Protocol, and as you said, just not a ton of reps for these two teams, so not a ton to talk about. And it's the case just for a lot of teams. Like we don't throw out stats like too often at this point of the year because there's just not a lot. There's not a lot to go off. We get into that really once it comes like the first major. We'll start to, but
yeah, just sort of picking up trends. Talk about the vetoes, like teams 5-0 on a map.
Yeah,
throughout the qualifier, you should probably veto it.
Yes. Yeah, it definitely gets more complicated, more to talk about as we get deeper into the year, but it is still early. We're excited to get back to it. This is our first minor. A reminder, the team that loses this, knocked out of the competition this weekend. Team that takes it moves on for a date with, I believe, Ultra. You got some CDL points on the line that go towards champs. And $20,000 to your first place squads. This little extra cash is something different to fight for. As we now take the focus to this map 4 and see if Rocker can do their thing and get to a map 5, or Guerrillas have got the ice to close us out.
Yeah, nice start there by LAG. Kismet in that top window, locking it down. Had that knife out. Once that zipline player was hit, he was taken out quickly. But they're looking to find 30 seconds on this P1. They have P2 control as well. Lynn's gonna go for it, and well, hello. Some bad timing for Geo.
Yep, that was not ideal. Right as he turns, just get dropped. Lynn's tracking, maybe not on point at first, but he's able to get it on and nearly out with the movement as he was on 5 in a row. The next hard point is up. Inside will be Guerrillas, mate. You've got 3 straight and a 3-0 start out of Skies. Priest is just popping in the box, gets his first Italian into this. Gets his second right after it. And they'll get 3 on the team, so they'll still try to secure this time for now. They've got a nice hold. Well, this is similar to map 1, at least, getting out to a nice early lead, and they're cracking this one wide open.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, Priest right there, he's thinking they spawn those players out, but one player in the arrow, I think, able to find that kill, and then his teammates spawn on him. So create a bit of a split, but now you have the standard spawns here for P2. But yeah, just early starts have been strong for LAG. Rocker already going to be in a 60-point hole, having a battle back here at this P3.
And now you just got to think, we get to a P4. And, I mean, how ugly can this get, depending on these upcoming sequences? But you've got somebody's just got to pick it up. Well, the whole team, really. I mean, you've got
now
one on
two players
Paul.
spawn all the way out behind those 2 kills from Kiz. So you can have early control here for LAG.
Things unraveling right now for Rocker. Linz trying to get out with the movement, but your 2 players that were in were able to hold until the reinforcements came in. You've got one person playing deep in Skies, just hoping his teammates can push it through the front. They're able to isolate him and take him out in the back, though. Now turn everything to the front, but one hits the back steps at the same time. I think that's Kiz. He spawns his teammate with him. So suddenly Paul's like, okay, now they're behind me.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Yeah, he influences the spawn. Kiz was trying to find that a little bit quicker, but he makes it messy. Gets LAG on the hill, continues to find the shots. He's up to 11. The subs in map 1 between Kiz and Linz fried. They're doing it again here in map 4. He's at 6 in a row.
That looks so frustrating because I think Rocky thinks he has the back spawn. Like right as he hit, like Kiz got behind him and just spawns guys there. That is tough. Yeah, 6 in a row, as you said, and now this is what I was worried about. If you were scrappy there, and now you get to a P40 of an early hole, which is this has been one of our bigger money hills. I mean, you're going to be up 120, 130 potentially, and then good luck in that.
Yeah, this is freaking ugly. But
Nice pick, nice pick.
Maybe lead them to the break. Everyone just trying to buy the time, but LAG are here. All 3 of them find 1 apiece. Paul is there. He's just a little bit later than his teammates.
Yeah, I know. He was there with them. You might win that off of the first pick. But you're basically able to restabilize now as the 4th member about to get back towards the point. You've gotten all this time if you're LAG. 4 straight for Skies, looking to tack on more to this. Not quite able to do it. Is there a slide out and Chow? Maybe he'll break this up, but it's in the final 15 or so seconds. I'm not sure how that's going to matter. So the dominoes continue to fall.
And I think Skies had a Hellstorm, just, I'm going to assume off objective time, because he's got 1:14. Right, just he didn't go on any crazy streaks. So.
He had like 4 straight, I think it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to have it. Yeah, so he's going to call this in. This is going to get ugly.
Well, it's already gotten ugly.
Might get uglier.
Yeah, might get uglier. Well, I guess it's 80.
Okay.
It's 80. It's doable. Well, that didn't go how you expected.
No, not at all.
Kiz took a missile to the face, and then 3 of your players drop, and okay, well, now Rocker with some life.
These are the moments, right? It's another example of it where this just mentally tilting a bit. Rocker maybe just they see this as an opportunity to get right back into the game.
And they're doing just that. What could have been like a 120-point advantage, now it's at 60. Skies trying to hit another gear, lock up the triple. PaulX with the movement to get behind the wall and at least shut that down. The Slang's just got to start to get there if you're Rocker, but as I say that, it's 3 through on the feed, and they drop. So you start to push this lead out again. Gorilla's in a pretty good spot.
Then again, just late on these rotations is Rocker. LAG have just been winning them. Look at map 1, the same thing here in map 2. Of course, they're winning those gunfights, but just feels like they are late once that new hill pops every single time.
Gorilla's soaking up the time. Estrilda with a nice chow in. Won't survive long. Priesta there with the double. They're going to need another moment soon. Rocker just got to come up with something to just keep this within, like, I don't know, 50 to 70. Like, something where you can strike, just get a big P4 hold. They need, like, 1 positive hardpoint hold.
I mean, we've seen some pretty insane, like, P3 to P4s.
Yeah.
They're going to need that right here. They have the spawns. There's 12 seconds left. They have to keep controlling middle of the map. That's where Linz is going. Same with Kiz, right through the bottom middle. Are they going to pick up on this? It looks like no. Linz is going to find 1, but his teammates get dropped, so they have to hunt him down quickly. But he just continues to win gunfights. He finds all 3. Rocker do spawn up, but there's been nobody on the time, and that's just due to Linz.
Yeah. That's going to disrupt what you're opening about 15 seconds before Rocker get in. Now can they do a great job from inside? They go 2 for 2 for now. Kismet, though, flips that on its head. He'll have control inside. Linz trying to cut it towards the back right off a spawn. You're getting time again if you are LAG. Kiz winning his one-on-one. Rocker, though, you get in and you fight for now. But I think if you're a Gorilla, it's like, I don't know, you just want to split this, I guess, as best you could. And just make sure you've got spawns for next.
Yeah, they're already here. They're already thinking, well, we're going to go for this. But Rocker, they have to win this map to stay alive in the series. Let's go to a listen with Minnesota.
Nice. I got your boat. I'm holding Sparrow. I have all your zip. One boat. I'm backing. I have all your zip. I'm making a Sparrow. Wait, no, I'm Sparrow. I'm 375 off a streak, okay? Bet. One's boat. I have zip. Let's fire me. Can you help? Look at it. P2 stairs. P2 stairs. I need my zip. I give zip. I'm coming out. I'm one shot. Free zip. We can fuck on the left too. One shot. Nice. I got you. I'm jumping right away. Nice. One more. You can be close. I'm hitting your boat. I stun him. I need it. Shoot down already. I need one. Victor dead. I'm holding my spot. Watch my big. Okay, right there, Victor. It's big door. Yeah, I'm holding the one shot. Back that time. One shot. Free stuff. Dead. Dead. Nice. Can be on new as well. Let's fucking go. Lane first guy. I'm getting on P1. I got off top 10, okay? I land both stairs, I think. Top 10, pre-dog. I replay top 10. Okay. Top 10 right now. One kill. There's one shot Lins. Solo dead. Top 10. Nice. I got time. Okay. I'll get your middle. I have middle.
Rocker needed the big break. They got it. And now they've got the advantage. Up 10. You just can't put them away. They're fighting to get it to a map 5.
I mean, as soon as we went to listen in, right? We were talking about 20 seconds being left at P3. LAG were committing to the early rotate, and then all 4 died. All 4 died, and P4 spots up. And there was numbers there for a moment there, but then Geo just able to go big. He was able to find 8 in a row, I believe. He's got a Hellstorm now, so they have that extra utility. LAG have a slight lead, but it just feels like momentum all Rocker.
Dude, Estriel's feeling it right now. He's ready to shout anything. Ends up dropping there, and now here will come the Hellstorm. GL, locked and loaded. Not going to connect, but backs everybody out of the point into the tower. Estriel now, time to pounce. He's got 2 here to deal with. Can he get both? Estriel trying to go big, and he's able to do just that. Gets 2, back into the point. There's a 3rd player there, but you've got the numbers if you're a Rocker, so you are in. Trailing, timing there with the nade. At least you've got a teammate looking over you, but you've had one more body every time here if you're Rocker. Down 10, still battling. Joe, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, the minimap-wise, you just see they're setting up for P3. They're trying to control top middle. Geo is cooking right now. Another multi-kill. He's on another 5 spree, 28 and 20. While Paul and Estriel have rotated over towards that P3. Scrap time to go Geo's way. So he's trying to find his 30th kill, and I'm hoping someone didn't lag out, but they might have.
Whoa. We'll see what the call will be here. That would be insane. Is it's 205. We may have lost somebody, and you've got to be kidding.
At least it was tied?
Yeah, I guess that's the best case of a tie game. Yeah. But, if you're a Rocker, you are hurting right now. I mean, you're thinking the gods above if you're LAG. Like, you were letting that one unravel. Rocker were just finding a groove and came back big time. But, yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, at least it was tied.
Yeah. Should have been a tough scenario. I mean, it still is tough. You see sort of the reactions on the Rocker side. They were in control. I mean, it's still, again, just very close game. But
I mean, that could have gone either way.
I mean, Geo was frying. They were cooking, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll wait to see. I imagine we're going to have a replay, but we just got to see what the actual case is. But it seemed like somebody dropped out. But we'll wait for official wording because Joe and I don't make the rules or make decisions, even though some of you think we do. But no, that was a banger map. I mean, it just seems like that's become a duo. I mean, these two teams play, and Rocker comebacks and Hardpoint. Like they in the first series, they were able to come back and get a victory in a Hardpoint. They almost did it down 100 in the map 1. They brought it within 22 for the loss. Here they were down 80. I think it was about 80, 90, and they end up getting a lead at one point where tied as it dropped out. But
And again, there's just like that moment from LAG where you're like, the Hellstorm then turns into a 4-dead. And like, then it's just kill feed starts to get real purple, real rocker purple. And I don't know if they're just like tilting from these plays because, I mean, listen, when you're a vet who's been around for this long, you've won world championships, you kind of know what it takes. Little plays like that, they piss you off. They do,
I'm sure.
right? They tilt you. And if that's happening in game, it should be tough for them to kind of bounce back. And I feel like that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, I think like, you know, we've interviewed Skies many times. We had him on a podcast with us back in the day, and I think they've always dealt with that stuff pretty well because they have prioritized kind of friendship and fun and like they've wanted to be like boys.
You're not seeing that in between the maps.
No, you're not. But like that, I'm saying, like in the past, it's sort of been a thing for them. Like they're always laughing. They're vibey. Like we've seen on the main stage, and like they'll get blown out by 200 and be laughing. I mean, think about the champs run. Like they literally were getting smoked. They're like laughing about playing Invasion. Like they've been able to like bury stuff like that. But yeah, it seems like right now, at least early in the year, it's more frustration than it is smiles.
Yeah,
and
100%.
That's. You maybe have to find that again because that's sort of been their counter to it a lot of times, I think.
No, I think we saw that in between these maps, between map 3 and 4. Before we started map 4, just from the player cam side, you could just kind of see it wasn't that sort of happy and smiley, joking around.
Well, that's what it's been for like a long time with them, right? Like when I think of like that New York.
Oh, 100%.
Like, that's what
it's like them, and then like Ken, who would smile, and people.
yeah, right.
But now he's on Optic, so we're not mad anymore. But like, yeah, those guys and Ken.
They've just been doing it. They've just been chuckling, and like I know it was important to Skies when they were talking through some of their rough times. He's like, we've just been trying to gel as a unit. Like,
yeah, maybe they need that now.
Yeah, it's probably just a tough thing when you.
But if you're always losing, it's not fun.
Because that's something like they've had some like rough stretches at times, but they were always like a top 4 team. Like even your rough stretches, like it was just different. What we were like, the expectations were different when it was those squads. Like you were expecting someone was going to be in a final, maybe. Yeah. They were still like a top 4 squad, even if they were like on the outside looking in at times last year. But this is different for them. Yeah, like where you're bottom of the chart.
Yeah, I mean, new organization, again, just sort of the whole Hydra story. I'm sure these guys, like Priest is coming back in. I think like Skies, Kiz, and Priest are just really trying to prove their worth, right? Like they want this.
You've been there, right? Like you think about like your Envy run, like back in Ghost, and then like, I don't know, maybe you suddenly find yourself where you're not a contender, and it's probably tough to deal with mentally, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's just not easy at all. You're just sort of like, what's going wrong? What do I need to do differently?
Yeah, it can't be a fun scenario for them. But as we wait to see what's going down to get back into it, guys, I think some of the players got up, so we can't hop right into it. We're going to head to a quick break. When we get back, we'll continue on with the map 4 this series.
Behind enemy lines.
He's getting loose early every round. Like, do a little dance, make a little love. Who's dead tonight?
They watched us play Searchlight that? Oh my god, they're shit.
I got so bad.
All right, hey chat, watch this. All right, let's go play the game. Let's take a look at this bad.
Different spot. Trying for a different spot. Oh no! Laugh it up, Chuckleberry Finn. I bet you're having a great time.
Real as well. All down to the smoke play from up high. He's going for a joke. Johnny down. 1v1. And Real singing across the stage.
Oh my god, here we go. They got the stack. Second tick is done. FaZe trying to go. It's moving so quickly. Can they get in and contest? They're soaring through. It's just about done. The contest is in. Shotzzy kills everybody in front of him, but FaZe are able to get in. Kenny the point man. Here we go. Gotta hold with no respawns. They're holding for now. They win 1. Nobody left. FaZe hold with no respawns remaining.
What do they have to give yourself a fighting chance here in the series? Real, ruthless aggression. Another on stairs, can't get it. It's Kremp with 2. It's now down to Lucky. And will he be that in this 1v2 situation? Here they come. Finds the first. Oh my God! Lucky! Dios mío, how has he done that?
Ghosty doing his best to do it.
Well, here we go. 3 are going to drop. A chance to go. One person. It's Dronz that's got to go clutch. From the position we saw Crimp do it, he doesn't do it. Ghosty able to put him down. They get on the point. Everybody's up. That's not going to hit. Second bit of progress done. They got to surge on forward. A BZ with 1. Can't get through. Oh, and Sim connect. But you win it if you're Crimp. Of course it's Crimp. Time and time again, he wins his one-on-one.
They're going to pounce out 04. Great damage in. It's going to be all on 04. They drop them. Lucky with both. Fickle is roaring and Heretics win it. And he lets the crowd know. Silence.
Big map 5s that Miami have gotten over Seattle Surge.
Hello and welcome back to the first minor. If you are just joining us or wondering what was going on, we had a player drop out at 205 or right around there. It is going to be a full map replay, so we're going to get back into it. It was a pretty significant lead and a really nice start again for Gorillas. It felt a lot like the map 1. They got up to a big lead. You climb back in if you're a Rocker, but Rocker definitely built some confidence over the course of that. But are there any big takeaways from that, or are you just kind of a reset here? Like,
I mean, I think if you're Rocker, you probably just want a good start here because you're trying to keep that momentum up.
That's kind of their thing. That's kind of their thing.
I know. Yeah,
go down and bring it back. Like, I don't know if you change the formula.
Maybe you stick to it. Maybe you stick to the formula. I don't know.
No, you don't want to do that. Yeah, try.
I'm just curious from the LAG side kind of how they come out because, yeah, their starts have been fantastic, but it just feels like something clicks and then they've been tilted.
Well, yeah, it was really, I mean, it's like 70-10 or something through the first 2 hard points already. It feels a little better. you get a 4 dead, no kills for LAG, so a much better start on the Rocker side, trying to carry that momentum they had late before the replay. Just trying to get this to a map 5. If we get to a map 5, we'll see our first Hacienda search. Wow. And then it's a 4 dead the other way is Gorillas. I'll lock it down and get right back into it.
That second one on a Geo, just, yeah, the headshots connected, he got evaporated. Great stuff there from Linz. Now controlling up here. This top 3. Well, they're just going to all focus him, and now they can focus top middle. But yeah, tied game throughout the first hill.
He was like getting shot in the back too, like flying at him. He was dead. It's been a series of blows here early on. Just kind of trading back these 4 deads, it feels like. Second hard point now going to be up, and it'll be Rocker. That is inside the hard point. What are you seeing, Joe?
I'm just seeing what I'm seeing what he's trying to find. Looks like they were just maybe nervous someone was still on P1.
I just like looked over and saw your face. You were like, huh?
Well, he was staring at his teammate. That's what I was thinking about for a second. Yeah, maybe they just thought there was someone still on that first hill trying to deal with him and now fly through the top middle. But a nice 20 seconds there to start that hill from Minnesota Rocker.
And one of the big sequences, at least, part of the reason you got that big lead for LAG early was what? Like, it was the P3, right? There was that weird little sequence where you got the spawn in the back. I think it was Paul actually trying to hunt the last player. It was like a game of inches who got the spawn in the back. Yeah, we'll see. That's a little bit different.
Yeah, and then Chase just popped off, right? That was his sort of big moment. You have this tie game, you don't have the P3, but Paul and Estriel gonna find some kills. So Linz will spawn out. Priest is going to spawn out, so you have numbers here if you're Rocker. They're doing a great job in this rotation. They just have to hunt down Skies. Skies just going to try to play for a pick. He does just that.
I was just about to ask you, what is Skies trying to do in this scenario? And, well, you said it, play for a pick, play his life. Like, just wait for the troops to get here, and now you got a chance to collapse on this, but Linz is the only one that gets a kill. So you have numbers there for a moment. It feels like if you're LAG, but Rocker, step up in the clutch. The back spawn does come in for 3 players of LAG, and they're continuing to find the kills. Priest was the one guy up top as the rest battled in from low. And it'll be a nice sequence to try and bring this back and maybe get a lead change.
Yeah, I mean, that's just all just that Skies play, right? Because he finds one. That also gives them the close spawn when they do die. Obviously, Estriel has that pop-off moment, but it just kind of negates it. Allows him, his teammates to just reinforce quickly, gets them right back into the hill. Now, this rotation over towards P4.
And this will be the first time for P4 we'll see Rocker with an early setup, right? It was what, the first time we saw it? LAG, I think, got basically a full 60, right? The second time Rocker got a massive break, and that was part of the big comeback. This is the first time we've really seen them early on rotation. So what will they do with it? Because they got a trophy in for coverage. They got bodies here, one of the harder points to break in the game. Some damage through to hold the front. Waiting there was Nero. And there's all 4. So that's what you kind of expect or hope for from this position. Great job. And with that deep spawn, I mean, you only get what, like 1-2 cracks at this. Like, yeah, you don't get a lot of efforts when you're spawning them out deep.
Not too many, yeah. you don't want to feed streaks. You don't want to feed a Hellstorm for P1 coming up in P2. And I mean, yeah, it has just been all Minnesota ROKKR. That's as clean as it gets.
Paul's like, did I hear something?
He's dealing with a bloody nose, man. I was just looking at his Sam. Yeah, he's got like a tissue in there.
Battling through injury. Toughest players in the world.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Nero is on 4 in a row. Ezreal gets caught going up the zip, and Priestahh snaps on the one low as well. Gio's trying to snap all over. He's getting damage to players, but not able to clean it up. But I mean, very different than what we saw in the first play. You know, it was what, about an 80-point lead around there at this point. Now you got 50 up if you're a ROKKR, so flipped on its head a bit. But still a tight enough one that you can pounce at any time if you're LAG. Nero trying to hold. He's going to get cut down. Nice hard point control, though, until it will finally fall apart. But you'll get the lead up to nearly 70.
Yeah, they find those kills. Linz goes on a route again. He's working that zip, able to find that player on the hill. They're just not finding kills once they get control is LAG. Jay's 7 and 15 struggling throughout this map, but when you don't have hill control, when he doesn't have room to work with, it's just going to be so tough for him to find these kills, and you see it from his point of view.
We'll keep an eye on that and see if he's able to pick it up as we get deeper into this, because he'll be a big part of their rallying cry if they do make the run. I mean, they got to do exactly what ROKKR did last time through. Get some big breaks, start to bring it back, but when will that moment come? Nice tracking in from Linz. Gets tagged down to 13, though, in the next gunfight, so he'll be in trouble. Skies is there to follow it up, though, and at least get the trade out and keep the numbers here near the point. But inside the hard points, Ezreal, they got to take him out of it. Okay, so now you got coverage from top middle from Priestahh and Linz. You got Skies inside the point. They're all going to flip out to the other side. This will now take a look and see if Linz can shut them down. Just kind of trying to spawn kill them, make sure nobody gets out, make them force the whole way outside the outskirts of the map, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, it's a big moment, though. Great P2 so far from LAG. Now going to be only down around 48 points. They have the rotation, have set up here at P3, and, well, what are ROKKR doing? They're trying to get across the middle of the map through P1, but it is locked down by Kiz.
And this is where Kiz has got to pick it up. This is his opportunity, right? You've got hard point control. He's on 3 in a row. You're 8 and 16. You finally have an early rotation. You just lost 2 teammates, though. They're going to spawn up safe, but this is where he can kind of hit that other gear.
No doubt about it, right? When you're a sub and you have room to work with, makes it a lot easier than breaking constantly, but he's going to lose the gunfight to Gio, and that's going to be 3 dead, and ROKKR just break on through. Skies again. The last player alive cannot find a pick this time, so you will not have those spawns.
Well, exactly what we were setting up, it did not happen. The total opposite did. His Kiz just got picked by an AR, and as soon as he dropped, the wheels just came off. Everything fell apart, and it was a big break when you were at a deficit in the last playthrough of this. Now it's a big break with a lead, and one of those breaks that could play like a dagger in this.
Oh, and now look at this, right? Because you already have, I thought Paul was already bottom P4. He was playing on that rotation. Ezreal is there for now. But yeah, you're going to have a setup. I'd say this is the only, really, maybe last chance for LAG in this game. They're going to need a break.
And this is where ROKKR were able to get the break and bring it back. Can LAG now do it? Can they get the break here at 4? As it pops now. Advantage about 50. And this first push is huge. You know, you don't get a lot of pushes on this. Paul already able to get one. It barely stays alive at 6 HP. He even gets a kill after that. Will it be enough? Ezreal gets 2. Paulex gets 2. Ezreal still dancing and diving, and they're able to hold it off. A valiant effort here from ROKKR. They still got to shut it down, though.
And I think you said it, right? The fact that Paul gets one, he's so weak from nades. Maybe you only have 1 trophy. Maybe that trophy's gone. LAG, the nades were coming in time and time again. You're hoping to find one player, at least get someone so weak, and that was Paul, but he found a kill. And that just allows them to have that advantage.
Yeah, you're thinking 7-6. You can like run over him and he dies.
Yeah, exactly. Hit him with a stun.
He might have got some team shots with it there, but like he melts one and it ends up being huge. You know how big multi-kills can be in that type of scenario, or just one big kill, really. And you can close it out now. Just about 10 needed for the win. They're still finding kills on the feed. They came alive midway through the first playthrough of this, and they have not looked back since. A chance to win this one by over 100. They've got point control. They've got house control. They did for a second. And LAG said, we're not going out yet.
When we were on that P3 with Kiz, he was like 12 and like 17 or 18?
12 and 18.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, again, just as soon as they do not aren't winning rotations. I mean, obviously nobody's doing well, but just makes it so tough for him, and you're seeing it here.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's just running into gunfire, trying to dodge bullets.
Yeah, the other side, just like props to Gio, because yeah, he was the one that really stepped it up before he replayed it. He keeps it going here.
He had like what, 8 straight, then a 5 straight. Yeah, he was definitely one of their big catalysts to get it going. You're trying to stay alive. You only need 4 points. Yeah, I think you just have 1 rotation here, and you close this out if you're Rocker. You have to flirt with perfection now if you're LAG and going to win this.
Flirt with perfection. Yeah,
You gotta
make love with perfection.
Yeah, you gotta be in there nice and deep.
Yeah, I mean,
with perfection.
It's a perfect hard point.
So far, though, they're doing it. You just gotta do it for what, 3 straight points.
That's a long time.
See if they can do it. This will be a monumental collapse from Rocker. You know, as moment by moment goes by, you start to feel the pressure a bit more. You're just saying, one more break, one more moment, one more break, over and over again until finally it comes, and there it'll come. You get them all, they finish it off, they get the final couple of seconds, and they push it to a map 5 again. This Rocker team will not go away. LAG just can't put them down as we get ready for a map 5 on Hacienda.
It just feels like once one of them gets going, whether it's like, honestly, take your pick between Estro, Nero, and Gio, because they've all had it. Like, Paul's been great in Search, but Respawn specifically, when someone just has like a multi-kill or a spree, it just feels like they feed off each other, and then they just take off.
I mean, I don't really want to mean this as like a negative, but like Gio, to me, feels like they're only a sort of consistent Respawn player with regards to like kills. The other 3 are pretty, I don't want to say X factor for everyone, it's just like the thing you want to say, but like they're kind of all over the place at times. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get a double negative or a double positive. Gio's like their guy that's going to be, I don't know, positive more often than not, but yeah, it's like if one of them gets going, or even if it's sometimes Gio, yeah, it's, you heard their comms, right? Like there was a lot of energy in it, and sometimes it takes like one guy just get going and get fired up, and then everyone else's energy levels raise, and you're like, whoa, we're doing this.
We're doing it, yeah. I don't know. The more you yell, the faster your gun kills.
I guess.
That's the way it works.
But now you heard the passion absolutely flowing through the Rocker team. And the listening we had before the replay, they were frustrated about the replay because they had just come ripping and roaring back into it, but they're able to get it done then. I mean, a couple of crazy protocols between these two.
Listen, I'm just happy that it was 200 to 200 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
After the replay, because that's always good.
No, it's always tough.
With.
I mean, it's been something we've talked about for years. It's frustrating. It happened. It's happened at LAN. It's happened online. I mean, it's frustrating for everybody. But yes, it was about as close as it could be at least. And now you're able to get the W if you're Rocker, who we felt was kind of in the position to close it out through the first time because they, I don't know, just made some big plays, made that big comeback. But what do you think about Hacienda?
I mean, yeah, we haven't seen it, obviously. Brand new map. I mean, LAG, they did look great in map 1. Maybe they put a little extra work in Hasi. I'm not sure.
Well, it's going to be different than last time, but Rocker won it in map 5. This time, can they do it in a reverse sweep fashion at our first minor in round 1? Rocker look to do the unthinkable when we get back from the break.
The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League. Upgrade your game with the SCUF, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Scrap follows up with another one. It's all going to be on to Brezzy now to make the play, and he can't do it. This is dominant from Ultra. Scrap just stood up, celebrated, took off his headset. You got another round, bud.
He's locked. He said, my bad.
We gotta find him. We gotta find him. You guys get smokes if you're a little weak. He's running outside. He's running outside. Hey, Teddy. It's right. Close. Right. Let's go, baby! Come on! Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
They're going for it. They're going to be in as well. It is not the Ravens. It is a Phoenix that has risen from the ashes here at the Major. They take flight. They break the curse. London can finally weep tears of joy and not despair.
We're gonna be really good.
I like your trophies. Which one's your favorite?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. This one seems like insane. Look at this one too. Like this is crazy. Like
The golden nut, baby. The diamond nut, excuse me.
you know what I'm saying? How could I not be like? How could I not feel like I'm not gonna lose? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna ask you is like, Sib, you're coming into a winning culture. These guys won champs. We obviously
To make the play, it's been all about him all tournament long. It can come down to a 1v1. Oh! He's
FaZe fans, the hype squad in the front row, they make it to nearly every single event. That poor guy that hit the deck today outside the venue, is he here?
Saw that. That was tough.
Hey! What? That poor guy ate concrete for breakfast. Tough one.
We're setting it up. Oh, look at that! Absolute athlete.
You're f***ing dog, kid. How to get? I'm not winning a map at Chance Finals.
Let's go! Go on, bro!
You're happy, you're humble! You're f***ing humble!
Waldo, I told you you're f***ing ass. Soy tu papa. Come on. Soy tu DJ papa.
Scrap just stood up, celebrated, took off his headset. You got another round!
You're so mierda! Mierda!
Listen, if we've got anything over any other esport, is
Our
the
teams love
personality.
each other.
Yeah, personalities of our players and the love.
Respect, appreciation.
I love the trash talk. It's great. Some of those clips throughout the breaks are awesome. But we get ready to go now for a map 5. Gorillas mate, Rocker. We've been here before. Not on this particular map. We've been here before. It was Rocker that squeaked away with a map 5 victory. They got a chance to do it again here. And you're looking for your first win of your LAG. Like, you want that first dub on the board. Can you do it here?
Yeah, you don't want to get reverse swept, right? You go up 2-0 in the series.
Yeah.
You lose a protocol control round on defense. You probably should have won, and then, yeah, just lost momentum going into that hard point.
You absolutely did. We get to see Hacienda twice. Is it now into the rotation? And I don't know what to expect from this. Just give me some wild and wacky moments. It'll be offense first now for Rocker.
Yeah, well, probably the biggest change, right, is sort of the close hall side over towards the left, over towards A. There's that new window. It's like a side hallway that wasn't in the map before, and that'll have a big impact over towards that A site. Is we're getting trades on the map, but man advantage over towards Minnesota Rocker.
Well, great job pointing that out. And yeah, getting to a little mix early on. Nice wall bang to kind of start things off with the first blood. Now Rocker, try to get this done with numbers, but it's a great pick from Priesta to put us into this 2 versus 2. Bomb starting to work on up towards A.
And there you see that window that I was talking about. But Lynch is down low inside a connector, and it's into a 1 versus 1. Gio, I think he spots him versus Priesta.
Spots him and wins it. Shooters shoot, takes the 1-on-1, puts him up early.
And it's not the easiest shots onto that player on the fence. Maybe a couple of those shots go through the wall, but either way, Gio, he was so good on protocol at hardpoint. Doing it here on Hacienda. Gets that quick trade and just the headshots hitting with the AMS.
Yeah, no, it looked like, look at Priesta hit the first couple bullets. I mean, it's pretty close. But it's just straight headies. No, it looked different from his POV then. I thought maybe the first few were in, but that's all his POV. Like, never mind. Just nothing but headies there. He gets incinerated. We see it from both angles. What was that? Someone have nunchucks?
I think it's a knife. I don't know.
It sounded like nunchucks.
I'm not sure.
I think it was a knife, but I thought there was a ninja loose, dude. Holy. First blood for Linz. As we enjoy the classical music here in the lobby.
Beautiful art.
I'd live here.
Yeah.
I'm not cleaning it.
I don't think you are if you own this place. No.
No.
There's a shark.
I never noticed that. That's a shark. You got a shark in your house, you did something right. Like,
or very wrong.
Oh. You misbehave at my house? Going for his Skies and Linz trying to clutch up, but both getting tagged up. Just playing around this B side, looking for some kind of pick to put him maybe into a 2 versus 2. I thought Chow was coming, but Estro going to back it up for now. Under 20 seconds to go. Just trying to slide back and forth, maybe look for an opening. Nate will give him a little bit of clearance.
I say you can just wait. They have to plant. Like they're going to have to plant sooner or later. Okay, now they're going to commit to it. Now 2 versus 2. They get the time, and just a little bit scary once their throw gets taken down into the 2 versus 2. But they just play the clock. They know LAG has to commit to the plant, able to catch him on the bomb.
I thought once they got the player on the other side, they'd spot it too. I thought they were going to hit it. Like, there was about 7 seconds left. I thought they were going to take the 2-on-2 fight and push it, but I don't know how weak like Skies was after that first fight.
Well, you're also just thinking if you don't have the info, like they're just going to back up, right?
Yeah.
Just sort of get away.
Yeah,
wait for you to plant. So they try to commit to it.
I just figured if they got to the box,
there.
they got the block, they're dead. Like, if they get out the door and get to the block, you're dead. 2-0 now for Rocker. Nice start from Paul and Gio, as they're 6-2 combined. LAG kind of 3 by B for the opening of this defense. And we'll see what the 2B players opt to do, but you're kind of right up the gut and then cutting back towards B if you are Rocker offensively. And pushing all the way deep and getting aggressive are 2 players from LAG. So we'll see how this plays out. It's really, I think, a lot going to be on Kiz and Linz. Like, they're kind of hunting as a duo right now.
Yeah, they're just not going to think they're going to be planting over towards B right now. They have no info on the map over towards A. They're thinking this is like an A play. You see 7 and 8, but it's a plant over towards B, and now they can work through garage.
Yeah, it's just the route you took up through mid and cut out. Yeah, it's just, you used them the whole way around the map there, a few of those 2. But I say, I don't think anyone knows where they are either. Oh, now they do. There's some shots coming from Kiz. Kiz, well, he gets 2. So I thought it might come down to Kiz and Linz. It looking like that might be the case. All 4 dead, plenty of time for the defuse, and it was kind of a wild one on the minimap there for a minute. Yeah, he said it's like they got so much map clearance, but they really had no info.
They had no info. Yeah, there was nobody in the middle of the map. They were just hoping they were over towards A.
Well, their info was they thought they were A, yeah.
Yeah, and there we go. But yeah, Kiz, I mean, this is what we saw in map 2. He was very active. Him and Linz, they found, what, 6 first bloods in that map too to lead the way, but Kiz there with the double to put in a 1 versus 4. Skies in a cleanup Geo, so LAG, they get on the board.
I needed that one, but the frustrations from the map 4, you don't want to go into too big of a hole. They keep it within a round. Nero's still looking for his first in this one. You've got a 4 stack kind of towards A and that A side Valk. Estriel, well, he shuts down Kiz. Kiz wants to get aggressive. That's a big win from Estriel. You're going to be in a good position if he's winning those fights for you. Uh-oh. Nade's going to hit. Sky's just going to buy his time. Estriel wants to activate again. He's in a tough spot now, though, but he's able to get one. His teammate's there to help him. I thought he was dead to rights.
Yeah, just great teamwork there from Rocker. Nades on the Skies. They get that info. Now Linz left in a 1 versus 4. Nero hits the slide. Linz able to win the gunfight, but he's got 22 HP and a lot more work to do.
Gets back to full, but will not matter. Cannot get across the mid-map cut. Rocker. They bring it back. They push the lead out to 2 again as they're up 3-1. But Estriel, nice gunfight, then win with Kiz. You think they're going to be headbutting sometimes, and that time he's able to get the advantage.
Yeah, that fence is bomb side, A bomb side. I remember like BO4, there was just some crazy moments, right? When you're hot, you remember you could like mantle the fence back and forth at Mach speed?
There'd be a one-on-one that would take like, I swear to God, 55 seconds. Well, especially with like stims too. Plus, like, yeah, no, they were insane. Everyone's trying to wallbang, like get that first bullet through the fence. I swear I remember like people running out of ammo in a 1-on-1, and like that's that scenario. You're just trying to shoot, get whatever shots in you can. Well, a little bit different of a setup defensively from LAG. They kind of have everybody over towards A, so they're going to play the 4-on-4 retake now. As Rocker plant this at B, and Joe, what do you see on the map as far as the retake?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, maybe you're waiting on Linz on the full flank, but he's going to hop up top middle. It's just, you're just waiting on him. Kismet's here. What does Linz find? He's going to have a one-on-one versus Paul. As soon as he gets into a gunfight, they're going to go. It just depends how it goes, and it doesn't go his way. But now they have to activate on the other side of the map. 3 versus 4. It looked like he was trying to like stretch the bomb, but not able to find anything. It is just so tough to retake when you lose that first one.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like Linz got some shots. It was probably a pretty close gunfight, but a big one there from Paul at close range against the SMG. But yeah, you're right. If he wins that, it's like you got to go because you know you've got a 3-on-3.
Yeah, it's just like breaking the hard point, right? I mean, you know where everybody is. They're stacked up on that statue. You're pinching them from both sides. I mean, you even have the bomb as more cover in search and destroy, so it can be tough if you're getting pinched. But yeah, they just they don't have to. Paul wins it. Now they're up 3-1.
So much can rely on one-on-one at the beginning of that. Paul gets the first blood. Paul continues a strong performance here. It's been Paul, Estriel, and GL. They've got 5 apiece. You're up 4-1. At risk of an 0-5 start if you are Gorilla's mate. If they're going to start clutching up, they've got to start doing it now. But man, this Rocker team just seems to have their number.
Yeah, Chiz does a good job there. There was a chance each other got caught there. He's able to dodge an age and the stuns, but you can see all 4 players from Rocker, they are flying on through. Chiz maybe sees the footsteps above him, at least finds one, does his job in the 3-on-3.
Now you got to hold this. This round is massive. 3 versus 3. The pressure is on Rocker. You have got to close out this round. LAG trying to do just that. Time dwindling. 20 seconds to go. Rocker's got to activate, and here they go. He's just laying out the barrel. Oh my sweet God, what just happened?
I think maybe he thinks he dies there. I don't know if he thought like maybe his teammate was going to get that kill. He just didn't even shoot. I mean, honestly, that animation messes with me sometimes still.
You think that's what it was? Because that looks stupid.
It literally looks like a dead body. It really does. That animation always messes with me, and I think he just...
It might have been. It might have been that, yeah.
It legitimately looks like someone's dying. Yeah, Paul's just like... Yeah, Lynn's just like... I don't know if he doesn't see him. Maybe he doesn't see him.
Yeah. That looked absurd. Okay, well, I put all the pressure on that round for Gorillas to win, and they absolutely did not. No, they didn't get a kill once it was to the 3v3. Clutching again is Rocker, an absurd sequence. You got 3 players on 3 straight. They've taken over. It was, what, 2-1? And you've just started to dominate since. Kiz is able to get 1, but Insta-Trade is there again. He's been in a fight in the opening seconds, it feels like, every round. Rocker looked to close it out here. Kind of got a triangle set up around mid-map. Just seeing where they want to attack towards the bomb. They're starting to work towards A. They've got a 2-on-1 on to Priesta. They're going to see if they can isolate him. That's going to be the play call. And that's exactly what they'll do. Priesta gets chopped down. Nero comes soaring in. He's on 5 in a row. You've got numbers now. 3 versus 2. Chance to win it here.
Yeah, I think the difference between these two styles is like what Rocker have done on Hacienda compared to what LAG. Rocker have just controlled top halls. Like they have just been rotating so quickly from bomb site to bomb site. And you can see LAG, they just have like no info, right? They're not fighting in the for the middle of the map. They're playing a lot more retakes.
Playing scared, kind of?
Yeah, no, they're just taking like the outer routes where Rocker's like, if you want a 4-on-4 top close or top open hallway, we'll do it. It's just like when you give that up, you give up a lot of the map.
Well, Skies is killed to get him to 2 versus 2. Gives them a chance now. They're hunting as a pack. Lens and Skies look to collapse here, keep them alive in this game 5. Just trying to get a spot here for the opening challenge. You're just lying in wait. Paul is waiting. I'm nearly able to snap, but Skies will get both. lives with 5 HP. They'll defuse it, and they'll stay up. Still some life left in LAG.
And this is why you saw a very heavy retake style even in BO4 on this map, because, yeah, I mean, defending both of these bomb sites, it can be tough in the post-plant position. So you've seen it now, what, a couple rounds over towards this A site where, yeah, they're able to retake. They have enough time to find that info. And while they were just both looking the same way, Sky's able to hit the slide and wins the round.
There's just a lot of cover, a lot of finesse ability to like get up close and personal around the bomb site. And that's why you saw them just kind of like, not even playing for info, just kind of laying prone, like just hope you catch somebody.
Yeah, give them no info.
Yeah, give them no info and I hope you, yeah, surprise them. You're going to have to win 5 straight rounds, well, 4 now, to win this for LAG.
There's a player in the car, so Kiz might be thinking, like, do I try to find this player? But Gio's all the way back there. Priest's got to be careful depending on where that RC is. So it looks like that got blown up, and now Kiz is in a great spot to find a first blood. Oh, that was insane. Oh my God, why did he just do that?
I thought he was Spider-Man. I have no idea, Joe, but he sends it out, and the great spot to get a first blood is no longer going to be the case. Oh, it's going to be on Priesta and Lens. Joe's face was comedy in here. Dude, he's athletic, bro. Let him rock. They bring it back again. Might have a chance to do it. It's still 1v1, but Pollux closes it out. Rocker gets the win. Rocker have LAG's number on the year. They've been able to beat them twice in a Game 5 fashion, this time via a reverse sweep, and the frustrations for the LA Gorillas mate continue.
I mean, that's just it, yeah. I mean, you see it from the player champs. Bro.
Just your face from like, he's in a good spot here for first blood. You just go like, what?
I mean, you're literally like, they have no idea you're in office. Not a clue.
Why not just dive out?
Like, just wait for your teammates to do something else.
It looked insane.
They have no info on you. That was crazy.
That's the Bulldog, bro.
I get it.
He's got to get.
Maybe this is what we're kind of talking about it. Like, maybe he's just putting too much pressure on himself.
It might be. He feels the need to make a play because like if he's not like the first domino, if he's not starting the fight, he's like no one's going to.
Yeah, because you actually made the play to get the office. That is the play. Yeah, that's a great play.
Yeah. But you might be right. Yeah, just a little bit too much pressure. They've got to figure out.
Yeah.
Well, they obviously have to figure out.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, because they're popped out in the first round.